Without further ado, let's get started with the video. So what is electrohomeopathy? Let us first break down the word electrohomeopathy. Electrohomeopathy is formed of three words: electro, which means energy, homeo, which means similar, and pathy, which means suffering. Electrohomeopathy is a new system of medicine by which balance is maintained between lymph and blood of a diseased person. It is a derivative of homeopathy and was invented in the 19th century by its founder, Count Cesare Mattei. The name electrohomeopathy is derived from a combination of electro, which means electric or bioenergy content, supposedly extracted from the plants, which gives therapeutic value to the medicines, and homeopathy, which refers to alternative medicinal philosophy developed by Samuel Hahnemann in 18th century. So basically, homeopathy is of 18th century, while electrohomeopathy is invented in 19th century by its founder, Count Cesare Mattei. The Italian noble Count Cesare Mattei was elected as member of the Roman Parliament, but soon he abandoned political life and gave himself up entirely to his medical studies. He became familiar with the research of Hahnemann. Being a herbalist himself, he started preparing these medicines from herbs and named them electrohomeopathic medicines. After Mattei had completed his experiments, he subjected his remedies to number of tests between 1865 and 1867. In these 2 years, he treated almost 20,000 patients under his supervision, and the results were astonishing. The name electrohomeopathy was given by the founder himself on the basis of the remedies are of the class of energy conforming to the law of similar, and they possess a power and promptness which allows them to be compared to energy. Hence he gave the name electrohomeopathy. Now electrohomeopathy, this pathy, is governed by 4 fundamental laws. First is the law of similar, which is the law of homeopathy also. But along with law of similar, it also has a complexus curanter. This means that the complex body requires a complex mixture. For example, a human body is compact and therefore it is complex. So when the disease occurs in the body, more than one part of the body is involved and is diseased. Hence, diseases can produce many symptoms at the same time, and therefore complex medicine is required to work on such kind of complex diseases. So we come to the second law, which is complex remedies or combination of remedies. The third law is again similar to the homeopathy, that is infinitesimal dose or diluted form of positive and negative dose. And fourth fundamental law is selection of remedy that depends upon the temperament of the patient, whether he is lymphatic, sanguine, mixed or nervous. Now we have to understand how electrohomeopathic remedies work. The manner of preparing these compound remedies is the method called as cohobation. Now this method uses plant extracts in higher energies, just like how we use dilutions in higher potencies in homeopathy. This is a very potent invisible force, just like vital force, and it is abstract in the nature, so we cannot see it, and its natural form, which transforms every constitution of the living being as an vital force. So each remedy is derived from these active enzymes of several plant extracts. So when the complex remedy is administered to the patient, it completely covers and controls the body. The remedy will then move through the body, acting on the parts which are diseased and which requires the medicine. As soon as the diseased part is sufficiently saturated with the medicine, it stops absorbing it so that it does not overdose the body. So when all the parts of the body have been healed and have been saturated with the medicine itself is no longer absorbed in the body. That is how electrohomeopathic remedies work. It is been well known to act on the chronic diseases and also have claimed to cure cancer in many countries. If you want to know how to do electrohomeopathy in